The really terrifying thing for me about the Windrush scam was all of the people who let it happen. Because we live in Europe and we've seen what happens when decent people let things happen. And so it was the complicity with the rules, which in a way I found the most disturbing.
Events like today, like the Windrush Conference, are super important to connect educators and like-minded people, community organisations. They're really important to have the difficult conversations, to share experience, to share knowledge, to bounce ideas off each other, but also to just kind of refresh your knowledge and feel re-energised and reconnect with our kind of purpose of why we're here.
It's helped people to understand a little bit more about Windrush and about how to teach it, how to be an activist. In that sense, it's a good start, and I commend the NEU. Keep up the good work.
The importance of events like today is the fact that it shows that Black educators have the ability to bring their own backgrounds and heritage to teaching, and in turn this is going to inspire the children that are in our schools as well, to make sure that there's a level playing field for all sorts of backgrounds where everybody learns about who they are themselves.
What stood out for me was the school to prison pipeline. It was quite interesting because it made me look at things from a different perspective. You need to understand the child, the student, where they're coming from, and not just be hard on them in terms of their behaviour in class. How can I, as a teacher, have a positive impact on that child and how they can develop in the real world?
What will resonate with me from today's conference, from the No More Exclusions session around how we frame children's behaviour, and particularly very challenging behaviour, and really maybe rethinking that in terms of like SEND and how that interlinks and how I can better support particular children potentially with SEND, or exploring that avenue when they are exhibiting quite difficult behaviours. Really trying to keep them in mainstream and support them as much as possible.
I think it's important to have a Black curriculum in schools because Britain doesn't know its whole history. There is no way to understand this country without Black people. And that element of our national history, as well as our Black history, has been missed out of the curriculum.